What's good? I just made this similar video, but I realized my OBS wasn't recording like a dumbass, so I have to come back and make it again. So this video is a rant style video. Don't expect editing. Don't expect like fancy music and graphics and shit like that, but just expect like a good rant. I'm just gonna say this. My main claims are this. Minecraft has just simply fallen off. The updates have gotten smaller, less important, and just more lackluster. If you don't know what I mean, it's just this. Look, if you look at Minecraft from the Nether update upwards, which is everything from 2020-ish upwards till now, 2019-ish upwards. The Nether update was the last great update because if you look at it, if you look at this one singular update, they added 5 new mobs: the Hoglin, Piglins, Piglin Brute, Striders, and Zoglins. These are new, like they're just completely new. They're completely interesting. They also added a bunch of new structures, and not to mention the fact that they added a whole new set of armor and weapon stuff, which is netherite. They added netherite, they added basalt, they added lodestones, they added so many building blocks in full sets, like Blackstone came out in chiseled, polished, cracked, brick, slabs, stairs, the whole shebang, the whole 9 yards. They added nether gold, they added chiseled nether or cracked nether bricks, my apologies, quartz, shroom lights, and new items, new wood, 2 new wood sets, and literally 5 new biomes, as well as all this other cool stuff on here. And the thing that I have to say is, ever since the Nether update, so I'm gonna scroll up so you guys can see all the things they've added. Ever since the Nether update, the game has fallen off. If that I mean, all the updates just feel smaller and less important. And they also feel too nice. With that I mean, if you look at it this way, here we have these 3 top mobs, Piglin Brute, Piglin, and Hoglins, are completely hostile to the player. For the Piglins, you can subdue them by wearing gold, but these guys, Piglin Brutes and Hoglins, it's just on sight. They see you and they attack. You know what I mean? They actually make the game challenging. Keep that in mind. But look, everything after the Nether update has gotten so boring and lackluster because look, Caves and Cliff 1 and 2 should have been one update. You guys are saying, oh, this, you might say, oh, this is unfair or whatever, but look. If they can update the whole Nether, add new blocks, new armor, ores, everything, you're telling me they can't make this. Caves and Cliffs 1. In my humble opinion, what they should have done is they should have did what they did with the Aquatic update. Which, if you look at it, Update Aquatic, which updated all the oceans, added a bunch of new ocean stuff, and made the game, like, added swimming, which again sounds crazy. Look, Update Aquatic, then they added Village and Pillage, just like a smaller, medium-sized update. Then they added a small, just bees update. Then boom, big update. They should have done the same thing. They should have done small, medium, big. But no, they did one big one and cut it into 3 pieces. Just imagine they did another update or something, and they're like, okay, we're releasing Hoglins today, Brutes tomorrow, and Zoglins in a year. That's basically what they did to us. They done and pulled one over on us. These 3 should have been one. These 3 should have been one update. Trails and Tails, which is the biggest nothing burger of humanity, which is just El Camel and El Sniffer, should have been different. This is a smaller update, but the Sniffer is one of the most useless mobs. The Sniffer and the Warden. The Sniffer doesn't spawn naturally at all. It says it right here. So to get the Sniffer, you have to go to the ocean biome and the ocean ruins, find it, hatch its little egg, and then once this thing spawns in, all it does is sniff the ground and sniff the soil and poop out like different types of seeds. For 2 flowers, not even 5, not even 6, not all the flowers, just 2. So these are completely useless, meaning if I'm playing the game, normally, the only reason I would ever get this is if I'm a perfectionist or if I wanted those 2 specific flowers, which again, they're not even good looking flowers, no offense. And here is El Camel. The camel is really cool. It's really nice and it's really revolutionary, especially because it makes transport so much easier, because you can transport you and your friend. Instead of having 2 horses or having 2 whatevers, you can ride one mob together, which makes the game so much easier and so much fun. For example, let's say you guys are going to go fight the Ender Dragon. So you want to go to the end dimension. So one of you guys throws the ender pearl, one of you guys drives, or one of you guys has a map, one of you guys drives, which is really cool. One thing I wish they did add for the camel is a pack feature, which is similar to the mule. You can strap chests or barrels or something to it. Because if you look at it, the camel in real life is used as a pack animal. It's used to transport and carry things. It's also used to race and stuff like that. They didn't add that, which, you know, meow meow woof woof. Another thing I wish they did is they combined the camels and Sniffer update with Mounts of Mayhem. That I mean, Mounts of Mayhem is one of the only good updates after Tricky Trials and after the Nether. Because I say this because Mounts of Mayhem added the spear, it added like zombie horsemen, it added a new skeleton variant, it added the new mob where it's like a skeleton and a zombie spearman on top of a dead camel, an undead camel, which is so cool. I wish they added that before with the camel update, because when they added the camel, it was basically a nothing burger. Like I remember watching the Xzumavoid, you know, update log and patches videos like I usually do, and it's just like, oh yeah, they added a camel, comes in a baby variant, it comes in an adult variant, it just spawns in a village. That's it. Like it was so useless. Like no offense, but it really is. Because the camels does pretty much nothing. Another thing that wish they did is they combined Mounts of Mayhem, Chase the Skies, and the camel update, because it would have made the update actually feel like complete. Because now, I genuinely feel like either one of two things is happening, where one, the Minecraft development team has gotten lazy and they're just, you know, they're meandering and they're like, they have too many leaders where they're saying, we need to make the game more kid friendly, we need to make it easy, we need to do this. And they can't really decide what to do. Or two, they're just so overworked, because if you look at it, Mojang has to develop Minecraft in two different languages. You know, they have to make it in Java, they have to make it for all the consoles, whatever they use. And they have to make sure everything that they do add is able to be run on a console or a Switch or a phone. Which leads me to another thing is, I think these guys just shut yourself too thin. Like, genuinely, we all know that Mojang offices, the head Mojang offices, Java edition offices, are in Sweden, and that's where you get the Minecraft game from, the base game, obviously, and that's also where you get the Minecraft live streams from. That's where they produce and that's where they air them from. Then we have the Microslop offices in America, which produce everything for not Java. That means Bedrock, that means consoles, everything, phones, they produce all of that there. One thing I don't like is the fact that the game just feels too easy. No offense, but look. When we first started our first Minecraft like worlds, after like discovering the game, however you discovered it, we all remember playing during the day, having fun, looking at the new world we just discovered, breaking blocks, and we didn't really know what to do. Even if you did know what to do, you got the wood, you got the tools, and then boom, it became nighttime. And when it became nighttime, you hid under the ground and you were scared. And that's what I missed. They stopped making the game challenging. If you look at it now, we get useless mobs and useless things to do, i.e., the Wild update and Le Warden. The Warden is one of the hardest mini bosses to fight. It is the hardest boss to fight in Minecraft. It has the weird shrieking blast, it has its melee attack damage, and it has super hearing, and it makes you blind. It is harder to fight than the Wither, and it is challenging and it's fun. But what do you get when you kill it? You get nothing. You get a Skulk Catalyst. Like, okay, and 1 XP. So, like, okay, you know? Which basically also means, and what I'm trying to say is this. Nowadays, they make new mobs and new features that you basically have to travel out of your way to specifically find. That I mean, the Garden Awakens mob, and we have the creaking. Unless you travel 20k blocks or 2000 blocks out of spawn in one direction, and you look for a pale garden forest, you're never gonna come across this mob. It's a wasted time. It's a wasted update. They should have combined this update with something else to make it something useful. Like this and Springs to Life could have been one update. Because all Springs to Life added was the new cow, and they changed the creaking. So, that's it. Like they reskin the mobs. Minecraft has gotten to the point that if you basically want to have you have to travel 2k blocks out of spawn, one direction. Be hopeful you come across a biome, and then you just find wood sets. Now you might be asking, but wood sets are hard to make. They're hard to make. No, they're not, gang. No, they're not. Literally, when they make a new wood set, they take one of the other ones, that being the base, acacia, jungle, dark oak, birch, whatever, and they just retexture it. They change the color pixels, they change the bark, and then they just change everything else. Because if you look at it this way, the texture for every single wood type is the exact same, it's just different colors. There's brown, dark brown, white, pink, red, green, but they're the exact same things. And it's just like, come on, bro. With this to say, they have made some good ones. I'm not gonna sit here and poop all over the work. Because look at this, Tricky Trials. This update was so good. It literally made the game so much more fun. I know I'm contradicting myself with the whole travel 20k blocks out of spawn to go find something, but like, look, they added the breeze, they added the mace, which is our first new weapon after the Nether update. And then they also added so many new blocks. They added the crafter, they added trial chambers, trial spawners, trial vaults. They actually made copper useful. They added tough. They actually made tough good looking. They actually made some of these blocks and some of these mobs actually have significant value to humanity in and of itself, without being also useless. Which leads me to my main point. I feel like Minecraft should be more challenging. They should add harder mobs and make the updates bigger. Because in case y'all didn't know, Minecraft wasn't always a kid's game, it was an indie game. Like with indie, it literally just means it was developed for smaller, more niche type of gamers to have an interesting and, new gaming experience and whatever. And I feel like Minecraft has lost the sauce in all these years. Another thing I feel like they've lost the sauce on is they don't listen to their player base anymore, because they're trying to cater to their player base and to their investors in Microslop, and Microslop wants to make this the biggest kids universe franchise ever, because they clearly are, because they're making a literal freaking theme park. If you haven't watched the newest Minecraft Live, they made a theme park. They're making a theme park in London. They're doing Light the Beacon whatever night in Buenos Aires. They're doing Minecraft whatever experience in all these different countries and movies, which just shows that these Microslop investors and CEOs look at Minecraft like a cash cow, not like an actual game that they care about. Because, look, one of the biggest thing the Minecraft community has been asking for since the Nether update was the end update. They wanted to update the end. And I'm telling you this, if Minecraft, literally, Kirkianly, if we went, let's say they went back in time and they just made Nether update, Caves and Cliffs, right? All of this, Caves and Cliffs and Trials, all this into one, had a small update like Bats and Pots, and then immediately dropped the end update. I'm telling you, if they would have dropped the end update, from like here on, they could have just dropped stinkers and no one would care. Because if you look at it, the end is so boring. They updated it in 1.13 or 1. Who cares? And they added the elytra, they added the end villages and end towers and end towns, whatever. But that's so boring. They should have given it the full Nether treatment, given it a new block set, given it a new ore set, given it so many new dangerous mobs that want to kill you, and make it more fun. Because now, all it is, oh, I killed the Ender Dragon, let me go into this portal, and then you block out 20,000 blocks out from the main island, and you go some random place. Big whoop. I mean that in the literal sense, big whoop. Like, so what, gang? Like, what do you actually get? You get pretty much nothing, other than elytra. And by the time you get there, you also get, don't forget, you get diamond loot, which you already have. One more thing, like, this shows me and shows you how much Minecraft has lost the sauce is this. Here we are. If you look at it this way, this is a quote by IGN, one of the most reputable gaming news sources ever. It's not the best, per se, I hate them, but like, you know what I mean. Look at this. It says, if you would follow the rules that you were following today, you probably would have not added the creeper, because it would be so controversial to have a monster that just shows up and destroys what you built. Boy, what? The creeper is what makes Minecraft so iconic. This really, like, Minecraft has always been a balance of fun, challenging sandbox and hard things that happen to you. I.e., oh, I want to build this amazing town or this amazing village creatively, but I know for a fact that at nighttime, if I don't get inside my house and sleep and survive and get weapons to defend myself, I'm gonna get killed by a zombie. I'm gonna get killed by a skeleton, which has always made Minecraft fun. Because when you're looking for resources and you're actually gathering materials to build, the only challenging aspect, other than actually finding the resources, is the mobs. Because now they think, okay. How do you make this new resource set valuable? Exactly. Let's put it 100,000 blocks away from spawn. Good idea. Like, no. They should make mobs and resources hard to get because they're guarded and they're protected by mobs which are hard to kill. I.e., you want to get your beacon to be able to progress farther in your building, you have to go kill the wither, which gives you the power to make a singular beacon. Oh, you want to build underwater and you really want to drain water out and you don't want to do it with buckets or blocks, okay, you can get sponges. So you go to the Elder Guardian, you kill 3 Elder Guardians, clear a whole temple of baby guardians or whatever they're called, and boom, you get 5 sponges. That's what I wish they did. Instead of hiding things away, far away, they should make it so that you actually have to challenge yourself to go get it. And survive yourselves to go get it. Rather than this, which is simply what I don't like. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm done. It's been a bit of a rant. I think this video is gonna be like 8 minutes long. I want that AdSense money, so I have to stretch it out. But point being, this is it. I made a rant. I'm happy with it. I'm working on a longer video essay on Code Geass and a longer video essay on Iron-Blooded Orphans. So if you wanna stick around for that, please do. Please sub up and subscribe and like and comment if you'd like it. If you don't agree with me, tell me something. If you do agree with me, don't. And before we go, one last controversial opinion. When they invited Camman18, one of the biggest criticizers of Mojang, I'm upset that they didn't ask him about the minecarts. Because Camman18 has always been one of the most critical figures in Minecraft about minecarts. So when they invited Bro, I was hoping they're gonna be like, oh, in the next thing, oh, we're gonna tweak. We're gonna just ever so slightly tweak this. But no, they did nothing. Otherwise, sub up. That's it. Hopefully this video actually recorded this time. And see ya!